Hello, and I know I said that I would not make a video today. At least I don't think I did. I said I would make a video on Thursday, but I built a layout yesterday after I took down my Blue Mountain quarry build, and then I decided to build a track. This actually only took a couple hours. It definitely isn't my favorite play. Oh, sorry, the camera shifted. It's definitely not my favorite layouts, but it's definitely good. There are areas I like the lumber mill, the docks, and especially the junction, which I'll get to. My least favorite area is the quarry because I kind of forgot to do it. But enough of me rambling, let's get on. We're here at Henry's Tunnel, so let's just go ahead and go up. Here's the usual character I always have at Henry's Tunnel, which is Henry. I actually have another Henry layout over there. I don't think I intend to use a CGI Henry, actually. Instead, use that Henry for my series instead. Here we have some engines. Don't know why they're all diesel engines. Diesel 10, Den, Dart, Airy, and Burt, along with Stankin or D199. They look like they're waiting for someone, but I've got no idea who they're waiting for. So Henry's line is actually just a really simple line. It wraps around and right up to where Airy and Den are. That wraps around down to where Frida is. Down to this track, to the T-switch where there's been an accident. That goes straight along into the dock, which I'll get to in a minute. The first area I really started building was this area here, like the viaduct, Henry's Tunnel, and Gordon's Hill was. So let's head down and check this out first. So on that gray bridge over there, we have Winston. We have Donald and Douglas. Going down, we have Arthur. Here we have Oliver, Toad, Percy, Harvey, and Rocky, along with Harold right there. Wait a minute. Oh gosh, look. It skated onto the, oh my goodness. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, big mistake on my part. I've just realized that, I completely forgot to do that track. And by the looks of it, even small cars wouldn't be able to get me out of that. Looks like we can't go on that little switch right there. And this track right here. Well then. Hooray. Anyways, let's just act like this never happened. Let's just continue on. So this track, this actually comes down from where the lumber mill track is. This just wraps around in the lumber mill where a lady happens to be. The log cars aren't here, they're actually with Henry with his goods train. And you know what? Let's actually wait for this area. I'm gonna go to the docks. So docks is pretty much simple. Like, it's what the docks is. I plan on getting some more docks destinations, like the gantry crane or the barrel loader. Like the Brendan barrel loader, the big barrel loader one. So, down that track, the track from Burt also leads here. From the workshop where Molly, Neville, Salty, and Porter are. We have some cars here. We have a Shima under here. And if you're wondering what this is, let me tell you. This is a reference, but not to the TV series, but to probably one of the most popular fan series, Thomas Wooden Railway series, in a season 16 episode, Bulstrode Barges In, where they attempt to take Vinny home. So, I decided to reference that. I think it did pretty good. And Ashima was under here. This track and this track just ended in ramps. You have the charting station and the shipping building over here. Skiff's also over here. This leads up to the dumping depot. Down to this accident right here with Samson and Ryan. To Rosie, here's a junction I was talking about. But first, let's go ahead. Definitely one of my least favorite areas, the layouts. This layout's got quite a few cons, more cons than pros, but it's still a nice layout. I'm not sure how much you're gonna like this. I can see if you like it. I don't really like it too much. It's a yards area, but it's really weird. So we come on this track, we can go back some, then we can go around this kind of spirally siding, and then that siding over there just wraps around the accidents. It's small and not really what I intended it to be. So unfortunately I wasn't able to do too much with it. So, ow. Oh well. I really can't help it. So let's just go to the junction. So to get to this outside line, we have to go to the swing bridge, which we can get through from Spam Cans line. We come down, goes under the dumping depot, comes around here, and goes straight into the junction where we have those diesels, Rosie, Dustin, Philip, and James. So Rosie's line can go straight directly through. The Diesel's line can go that way or that way to Philip, and Dustin's line can go straight or to James. Speaking of the Diesel's line, I still haven't named them. We've actually done quite a few accidents on this layout. I've already explained two, so let's go to the third. Here we have an accident with some of the Streamline engines, Spencer, Connor, and Caitlin. And I've actually come up with a story for what happened here. So Connor, Caitlin, and Spencer were racing. Caitlin came down this track and derailed here. Connor came around the bend too fast and couldn't stop, and then Spencer did the exact same thing. Then, over here is Thomas, Bertie, and Madge, along with Philip somewhere else. Philip's at the junction. I can't really speak today. Steven and Billy, what happened was Billy came down from the top before I guess all the diesels arrived. And Steven was going this way. Billy was underestimating how fast Steven was and thought he could make it. And crashed into Steven. And then Madge was on her way. But then Thomas and Bertie were racing. Bertie swerved and crashed into Madge. The signalman got distracted and didn't set the points for Thomas, so he rolled right over and off the rails. That's every accident in the layout. Real quick, here's line at this switch. There's Frida. That goes under the bridge with this cross track. There's Hero. That wraps around to Harvey and Rocky. Under the Gordon's Hill to the, There's Gator. Still don't know why he's hiding. But to the end of the track that I never finished. So we're just gonna act like nothing was wrong. If anybody asked, it was like that. Sorry, I just found that a bit funny. Okay, quarry. Let's go to the quarry. Because I think I'll show off most all the areas in this layout. The quarry should, I think, be next. And also, real quick, you know what? Let's get an outskirt view real quick. Forgot a part. Coming straight from here, technically at Rosie's line, even if you do turn, you can make it back to Dustin's line. They converge back here. And here's the switch to the quarry. Here's what I meant by it's just a giant loop. You have a T-switch here, goes under here, around to there, up, and then you're right back down. Definitely pop this. I think this is my least favorite area of the layout. And it was an area that if I had more space and more time, I would definitely redo. But of course, I ran out of space. Whoops. Anyways. Going along, we go to Scott's Memorial Suspension Bridge. Go down, back to where that accident is. And this track actually goes under this big mountain. The only problem I have with this mountain is, well, it's entirely made of, well, it's made entirely of plastic. There is absolutely zero wood in this thing. That's my only problem with it. Which means it's loud. Like, the quarry piece right here. So, but it goes underneath. goes around to here in the accident. I'm not missing too many more areas, so let's get into, kind of think this is the last area of the layout almost. If we go down the Twins line up at the viaduct, I'll zoom in, from the Rumbling Bridge, which honestly is a rather weak destination. It can get rather annoying if you don't know it's twisted up and you're trying to film an episode, and then you run your engine over it and all of a sudden, it starts shaking like crazy. And it doesn't stop until it finally runs out of, like, the power to twist it. So, annoying. That's why I don't use that destination much. The Twins, just top and have this big gray bridge. This goes around a bend. Zoom back. Let's zoom out. There we go. Have some troubles. Go up to the mountain, to Reginald and Barry having a chat, to a V-switch. Something different. This is my first time in a layout that's made it onto YouTube doing a elevator V-switch. Because a long time ago, in unreleased layouts that I was probably like 60% done with, I had a elevated V-switch. It was the Thomas & Friends V-switch, and it was with Henry's Tunnel. And then it was taken down. So, I think I have a few pictures of it that I might show. Now that track over there, the end of Henry's train, just wraps around to James. This track goes down to Henry and his long goods train, and this track heads down to the Deals. There's a couple lines I've missed that I will go into right now. Gordon's Hill simply goes over to Toby's Windmill, to Whiff, to the Clock Tower and this Brio Mountain Tunnel. This track just goes straight Oliver to this older Marion Bridge, down to that small switch. Let me give it an overview real quick. And then after this, I'll probably go and try to find I can't speak again. The pictures of the old layouts. So here's an overview of the entire layout. This will be the last layout video for a little bit. Because then, for the rest of today, I'll probably be taking a break, apart from finding that one picture. Well, there are actually a couple pictures, but oh well. I said my piece of track up to the cameras and all shaky a lot. And I'll probably be taking a break tomorrow because, well, I've already talked about in the last video. I'll go in a bit more depth in the next video. And so, oh yes, I did miss one thing. Captain's shed is right there within the work shed. Okay. Now with everything done. At least I'm sure everything's done. Right? Yep, everything's done. So that has, actually no it's not, I forgot one thing. The name of the character to the quarry, or the clay pits. I'll have to just zoom in. We have Timothy, Marion, and behind Marion, you can't really see it too good, but Mavis. So, yeah. This was definitely not my favorite layout. And it could have definitely been a lot better, but it was the best I can do in a couple of hours. The next layout video will probably be on Friday when I do my live stream. And after checking, I can still do it on Friday, making sure that we have nothing to do. So, yay. Friday live stream. Anyways, that's been another Thomas Wooden Railway layout. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.